y'all. I know it's been a minute. I just pulled up to my doctor's or to the hospital because I am going for my 2-week follow-up. Like I said, I know it's been a minute, so stay tuned because there is a lot that I need to update you guys on. So this is going to be quite a long video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you have some snacks because this is going to be a long one. All right, you guys, as you can see, I'm wearing something different. Today's a whole different day from the intro that you guys saw. I'm sitting here, excuse the lighting. It is very, very dark outside, although it is daytime, but it looks like it's gonna rain, so lighting is not perfect. I'm not in the regular setting, but I wanted to get this out to you guys. I know I haven't sat down and updated you guys on my pregnancy in quite a while, and there is a reason. So like I said at the beginning, make sure you have something to drink, make sure you have something to eat, something, because this is going to be a long video, and it will be done in several days just because of how I'm feeling. But I still have the pencil in my hand. Anyway, I'm sitting here doing my monthly budget, and I figured while I'm feeling okay, I'd rather, you know, start this whole update. I believe the last time I sat down and did a update, and please excuse the background, my son is playing video games, but the last time I sat down with you guys and updated, I was 24 weeks. So now when I'm recording this video, I am officially 33 weeks. So it's been a minute, and I am so sorry, but there is an explanation for everything. So let's start back at 24 weeks. At 24 weeks, or actually 25 weeks, there was no change from my 24 to 25 weeks, with the exception that I was having since then a lot of pressure, as if the baby's head was trying to come out. That pressure, as the weeks progressed, became pain. So I saw my doctor at 25 weeks, which was around the time that I did that video, or a week after. I was, you know, the monthly visits that you have. And at that time, she brought it up to my attention, which I already knew, because with the weight loss surgery, you have a weight management team and you have nutrition team, your surgeon, and all of that. So with my weight management team, it was brought up to my attention that I was a little anemic, right? Which from that doctor's perspective, I had been anemic for a while, and I didn't even know this. But when I saw her, I'm assuming those results were alarming to her, because she brought it up to my attention. And mind you, when I had the visit with weight management, they were like, you know, for example, this is not word for word, but 10 out of the 13 previous tests that you've had, you were anemic, and basically you're fine, kind of thing. So he made it seem as though it wasn't that alarming. When I saw the doctor for my 25th week appointment, she was kind of like, well, you weren't anemic before you were pregnant, according to these tests, so something has to be going on. She's like, it can't be from your menstrual cycle, because of course you're pregnant and you're not bleeding. So you kind of have to get that checked out, because we wouldn't want to do a blood transfusion if not needed, right? So I had been going back and forth with weight management, trying to figure out what could be causing this anemia, right? There was a number of tests that were done. Everything looked fine as far as like my weight loss surgery portion was concerned. Like my vitamins were great. I take vitamin D. I take my prenatal, which not only is it for my pregnancy, but I used to take, or I take prenatal because of the vitamins that it has, you know, that we don't absorb because of surgery. So I take prenatal with DHA. I take an iron supplement. I take calcium. I don't know if I said vitamin D already. I might have. But I know that because of pregnancy, they also added folic acid. And, you know, some other things. So, you know, weight management was like, you know, you're one of the patients that vitamins have never been an issue. Your vitamin levels have been exceptional. So your anemia is not from iron. So he's like, you know, I'm going to run all these tests, but if everything comes back normal, then there's nothing that I could personally do. You may have to follow up with your PCP. So, we did all the tests. He even did like a blood test that counts, you know, the cells on the bones to see if it's that I'm not producing enough, which came back normal. So in his scope within weight management, there was not a reason why I would be anemic, right? But again, this kind of had me freaking out because I'm pregnant, right? And baby takes a lot from me. And I didn't want either baby or myself to be deficient in any kind of way and harm pregnancy or harm the way the baby was developing, which again, my vitamin levels have been good. So I was assured somewhat that the baby was growing how it needed to grow and that it was getting what it needed, right? So, weight management was like, well, maybe you need to talk to, and so did my OB, maybe you need to talk to the nutritionist to see if there's something that you can supplement with or something that you can be doing a little different to maybe increase, you know, your blood count. So fine, I did an appointment with my regular nutritionist, which funny thing is she only specializes in weight management or surgery related you know, nutrition. So she took my information and she's like, look, you know, you've been doing really good. I don't see why you would be anemic either. You eat a lot of green vegetables and, you know, green salads, and usually green veggies it's what's going to help you the most with your iron or your anemia type thing. But let me refer you to the OB portion or the pregnancy nutritionist. Maybe she has something else that she can come up with. So fine. I talked to the nutritionist probably that Friday. So that Monday, I had an appointment with the other nutritionist. She's like, you know, I just saw that you saw your other nutritionist or this other nutritionist. Like, what can I do for you? Is there anything going on? I explained to her what was going on. And she's like, well, as long as you are doing okay and you're gaining the weight that you need to be gaining, then there's really not much I can do. So basically with that OB, what happened was she went back to how much I weighed prior to pregnancy, and she told me how much I should be weighing by the time I give birth. So basically what she told me was, from the time that I had the phone call with her, which was back in, I believe, May, I needed to gain 3 to 4 pounds a month in order to say that the baby was getting accurate gain. right? Because I've had the surgery. So we left it at that. She's like, if by the next time you see your OB, you haven't gained at least 3 pounds, then give me a call back and we can, figure something out. So again, I'm still stuck with, at that time, which I still am, but I'm still stuck with what's going on with this anemia. So I started researching online. I talked to my mom and I was like, look, like, this is going on. I don't know how to fix it. According to the doctors, there's no reason why I would be anemic at this point. So I don't know what to do. And my mom was like, well, you know what? Beets is a really good source of, nutrition to get your anemia under control. And I could eat beets out of a can, you know what I'm saying? But she's like, I have some frozen fresh ones, uncooked, that you can have. So I started doing them in smoothies, right? I would do like 2 or 3 beets, probably this size, anywhere from this size to like this size, in smoothies with like strawberries and bananas. And the flavor of beets doesn't bother me. I know some people eat them, some don't. And I did that for a while. Again, green leafy vegetables like kale and spinach, broccoli, green beans, stuff green like that. It was going to help bring this anemia up or back to normal. Now, from my 25th week appointment till now, which I'm 33 weeks, it has not been checked again. More than likely, I will have them put an order in for blood work on my next visit to figure out what's going on. But so that was my 25th week, right? And I'm still feeling this pressure, this uncomfortableness downstairs. I mean, we're all, for the most part, females here. And if you're a gentleman, you may or may not have a girlfriend, a wife, something. So if you don't want to watch it, I'm sorry, but it's normal. And I saw my doctor, and I would say, like, I had to get another appointment with her at my, like, 27th week because it was becoming an issue, right? I wasn't due to see her yet, but I needed to see her. And I was like, look, like, I'm becoming swollen down there to the point that it hurts to sit. And she was like, well, there's nothing we can do unless I see what's going on. So let me, she made me change. And she was like, oh, yeah, like, you have swollen varicose veins up in your hoo-ha. I'm like, what? She's like, yep, every pregnancy is different. It's normal that sometimes that can happen because of blood flow. And if you're sitting too long or if you're standing too long, it's gravity, right? Blood flows and it stays there. So I was like, well, what can I do? She's like, well, there's not much you could do. But when you come for your 30-week follow-up, or 29-week follow-up, we're going to assess, if it's gotten better or not. So I go for my 30-week follow-up, which was like 29 weeks, 6 days or something like that. And she's like, so has it gotten better? No. She checked me again. And she's like, from the time that you came previously to now, has it changed any? Now, mind you guys, I do nails. As you guys know, this channel is initially a nails channel. So I had to cut back on the amount of people that I did a day, or, you know what I'm saying? Because sitting too long makes me hurt. So like if I'm sitting too long, by the time I go to get up, it's even difficult to walk. So I was like, no, it has not gotten better. It still hurts to sit at times. So I feel like I'm not being productive. Like I can barely do much. And I don't like feeling like that. Like, I have a 5-year-old son, almost 6, that I can't do stuff with because of that. So she's like, all right, well, let's check you again. She did. And when she checked me, it was like one of my sides, one of my lips, labias, whatever you want to call it, was doubled in size. And she's like, okay, well, this is, you know, swollen varicose veins down there, like I told you. What you can do is grab the teething ring that babies have, put it in the freezer, and when it's frozen or really, really cold, you would put it to the area. Now she's like, don't put it directly on, so put like underwear, put that in between the underwear and the underwear that's touching your skin, and then see what's going on. Now, when I saw her at my 30-week appointment, she's like, I'm also going to switch you to high-risk pregnancy just because of what's going on. I want to keep an eye out on you. Plus, you've had weight loss surgery, so we need to make sure that baby and you are okay. She's like, it's not because of anything that I consider it to be high-risk pregnancy. I just want to make sure that your chart is marked that way so we could keep a closer eye on you. So I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm also going to send you to an ultrasound. Excuse me. I'm also going to send you to an ultrasound to make sure the baby is gaining adequate weight. So my ultrasound was June 14th, right? Which, again, I don't know when this video is coming up, but June 14th was my ultrasound, and they measured baby. I made sure the baby was a girl because I had only had one actual ultrasound with the OB diagnostic center. So I was like, can you guys just make sure that it is a girl? Because I have everything for a girl, and I'm not trying to, I mean, which if I did, we would change everything, but it would be a hassle because this little girl, she's not even here, and she's beyond blessed. Like, this little girl has clothes from now till she's like 2 or 3 years old, okay? So, and I'm very thankful, I'm very blessed, and she is too. So when they did the ultrasound, she was already head down, and she was basically laying sideways. So she is head down, laying sideways, looking, you know, to the side, right? And when the ultrasound technician was doing the ultrasound, she was like, oh, it looks like she's been there for a while in that same position. I was like, yeah, I know, because, you know, it hurts. She moves so much that because of the position she's in, my rib cage is sore because she's like basically under one of my ribs, and she's been there. I've felt her in that same position and in that same spot because she has not moved. I'm going to say probably since like 25th week, because that's when I started feeling all that pressure. So, you know, they were doing the ultrasound. Baby's head circumference was normal. Her bone structure was normal. Her everything was normal. So based on that ultrasound, she was weighing 4 pounds and some ounces, which the ultrasound technician was like, you know, that's perfect for your gestational age. So we're not worried about that. They checked the amniotic fluid around the baby. Everything was normal. Cool. So that was June 14th. 2 days later, June 16th, I had my 32-week appointment with my OB. At that time, she confirmed, you know, baby was doing good. Baby was growing adequately. So there's no worries as to if I'm gaining enough weight, if the baby is gaining enough weight. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? And then she again asked me if my situation downstairs had resolved itself or if it had gotten better. It has not. And that's one of the reasons why I have not been able to do a sit down video with you guys and update you in so long, because it just hurts. So I try to keep my energy and my health okay for those customers that I do decide to, or clients that I do decide to do nails for, because I know once I'm done doing nails, I have to go lay down, or do something to like prop my legs up or something, and it's just difficult to like sit down and do a video with that situation, just because I have to sit down and do a video. But at my 32-week appointment, which was the 16th, you know, she told me everything was good. She measured my abdomen. We listened to baby's heart. Everything sounded great. And she was like, well, we can choose a date of when you want to have this baby. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, we could choose a date. It could be 7 days before or 7 days after your due date. I was like, when did that start? You know, like that wasn't a thing for my son. Mind you, my son came 2 weeks early. So she was like, yeah, maybe because he came early, we didn't, you know, go through that. And she was like, you know, how long did it take for you to have your son? And I was like, well, when I saw you way back when, you had told me on my appointment that if I didn't have the baby over the weekend, you were going to send me to the hospital on Monday. That Monday. And that Monday came. I went into the hospital around 7:30, and I had the baby by midnight. And she's like, okay, well, you are pretty quick. She's like I said, you could choose when you want to go. And because of the situation that I'm having with the whole downstairs area, I'd rather get it done sooner rather than later. And again, this is just a week, right? 7 days. So she's like, well, the earliest that you can go is July 29th. I said, that's fine. She's like, what time would you like? And I said, well, I don't know. And she's like, well, if you come at night, you may have the baby around mid or, you know, in the middle of the night. If you come in the morning, you may have the baby by lunchtime. I said, okay, well, let's do morning. So I am scheduled to have an induction July 29th at 7 a.m. I have to be in the hospital. So that's set. And that is the day after my son's birthday. My son was born July 28th. So we may have a situation years from now when it comes to birthdays if I end up having this baby on July 29th. But that's nor here nor there. My next follow-up with her will be in 2 more weeks, which would be June 30th. And then, you know, we'll see what's going on from there. As far as pregnancy cravings, I haven't had any pregnancy cravings. Just the main issue is that swollen vaginal area situation that does not allow me to do much. My baby shower is on June 27th, which this video may or may not be up by then. I hope so. But I have some other things coming up. So I still have, I'm going to take you along, hopefully, for that baby shower. There's a lot of food that we're going to do ourselves, and I want to show you guys how I decorate. It's going to be very simple, but I, want to show you guys how I decorate. I still have to do what's in my hospital bag, which I have to pack. But because I've already had a son, I'm kind of more prepared as to what I need. Also, the hospital that I go to provides a booklet that kind of gives you a checklist of what you may want to bring into the hospital. So what's in my hospital bag, the baby shower, and, you know, all those things. I know I put a video of the centerpieces that I'm doing, or that I did. If you guys haven't watched that, I'll link it down below, which were mainly from the dollar store, which, you know, it's very inexpensive. But yeah, so now we are at 33 weeks today. I also have some things that I'm gonna put in this video. I don't know if today, because I'm waiting on some of it to come in the mail. But if not, it's gonna be on a separate video. I don't know yet, but I may put it on a separate video if it doesn't get here today, because I want to edit this video if any editing is needed, and then upload it for you guys. But as of today, which is the 18th of June, we are 33 weeks and counting. But yeah, I guess that is pretty much it. If you guys have any suggestions as far as the anemia is concerned, or as far as this downstairs situation is concerned, please let me know, because I don't have much longer. And if I can at least have some type of relief from now till I have to give birth, that would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this video here. And if you guys are seeing this outro, it's because the rest of the things I'm going to make in a separate video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. Like I said, if you guys have any ideas as to what I can do, let me know. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. And yeah, until my next time, I'll see you guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic month. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you're notified every time I make a video, whether it's nail related or whether it's pregnancy related or whatever kind of video. Let me know if you guys want to see something in particular. But yeah, until next time, thank you for staying here with me. Bye guys.